Hello again, brothers and sisters. I'm back with an update on my current situation. Situation on as a targeted individual. And advice for those that are not targeted individuals. Advice to look at the facts. Look at the evidence. I encourage you to look at the evidence, because for you to just unrighteously judge someone that obviously knows, and has proven that they're not crazy. Yes, this is for those of you that looks at us like we're crazy, but yet you don't even want to look at the facts. You don't look at the facts first. You say, well, I'm not looking at the evidence, but I do think you're crazy. Well, that just shows how brainwashed you are. If you have to ask, well, why would the government want to waste their time on you? That just shows how brainwashed you are. Just the simple fact that you ask, why would the government waste their time on you? That just shows how brainwashed you are. You look at someone and determine, well, you don't look like a type of person that the government would do this type of stuff to. Well, what do I have to look like? What type of person looks like someone that the government would do something to? What do I have to look like? Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a book by its cover. Just because I'm skinny doesn't mean I smoke crack. Just because I'm skinny doesn't mean I'm on drugs. Just because I'm skinny doesn't mean I'm on drugs, right? You got people out there that would judge a book by its cover before they even look at the facts first. But yet they'll be the first one to tell you, why are you judging me? Why are you judging me, preacher? But yet they're the first people that would unrighteously judge you. Unrighteously judge you. They unrighteously judge you. They're the first people that would unrighteously judge you. But yet the first people that would unrighteously judge you is also the same people that cry when you righteously judge them. And you look at the facts first, and before you make a righteous judgment on them. They're the first people that will unrighteously judge you. The very same people that will unrighteously judge you is the same people that cry about getting judged. Hypocrites is what they are. And you have the facts. They don't. They assume the worst about you without even looking at the evidence first. Those are the type of people that you need to avoid and not be friends with. Not be friends with. Because they can't prove you're crazy. They can't prove what they're judging you about, judging you and accusing you of. But yet they don't want to look at the facts to disprove it. See, look. You can put the same energy and the same time in proving that that these people are not crazy. Just as you put time in to try to prove that they are crazy. The same amount of time you put in to prove that they are crazy, you can put that same time in to prove that they're not crazy. But it shows that you really have a whole lot of hate in your heart to actually want to prove that this person is crazy rather than prove that they're not crazy. It shows you have a whole lot of hate in your heart. Because you would rather prove the person is crazy rather than prove they're not crazy. You'd rather throw them to the government, the same people that are trying to make you look crazy, that are trying to silence you. You would rather throw them to those people, forcing us to have to fight for ourselves, forcing us to have to possibly kill those people, and get justice for ourselves, since the justice system won't fight for us because they're in on it. They take bribes. They take bribes. They're paid off. They won't fight for us. We can't rely on the police. We can't rely on the local government. We can't rely on the federal government. We can't rely on those because we have to fight for ourselves. And if we fight for ourselves, we're forced to have to kill cops too. You know why? I haven't had to kill one yet. But if we do fight for ourselves, we're forced to have to kill them because they're going to lay false charges on us. We can't claim self-defense even though we defend ourselves. You know why? Even though we're fighting for our freedom, because we can't rely on the American military or our own government to fight for us, because they're in on this. We're in a situation where we have to fight for ourselves. We're forced to fight for ourselves. And we're forced to have to defend ourselves even against law enforcement, because they're gonna claim that they're gonna put false charges on us. We defend ourselves against these murderers, and yes, they are murderers, and they are rapists and pedophiles, is what they are. We're forced to defend ourselves against them, and then the cops get called. We can't call the cops if we end up killing someone in self-defense. I can't call a cop. I had to dispose of that body myself. I had to dispose of the bodies myself, because they're going to try to lay a charge on me, and if they lay a charge on me, there's no getting out for me, because the system is not going to save me, because the government has put me on a terrorist watch list, accusing me of being a terrorist because I'm speaking out against their corruption. They're speaking out against we're speaking out against their corruption. They put us on this list to try to silence us. So we can't rely on the government to get us out of this and get us out of it. Therefore, we're forced to kill a cop to avoid getting captured and kidnapped. And yes, I call it kidnapped and not arrest. I call it being kidnapped and not arrested, because we didn't do anything to get arrested. We didn't do anything unlawful to get arrested besides defend ourselves. We the people are forced to take matters into our own hands, because our rights are being violated, and that's the whole reason why the Constitution was established to begin with, to defend us against governments like this. That's also why they say it cannot be infringed. If you try to infringe upon it and try to change it up, that's illegal. That's unlawful right there. If you try to infringe upon our rights and tell us, oh, well, you no longer have any rights. Well, it doesn't matter. Like, if you're a felony, if you have a felony, I don't have a felony, but it doesn't matter if you have a felony. The Constitution doesn't say that, oh, hey, if you have a felony, your rights have been revoked. The Constitution doesn't say that. The Constitution doesn't say if you have a felony, you don't have no right to defend yourself. It doesn't say that. I'm protected by the Constitution. But I can't rely on the government that swore an oath to defend the Constitution to defend me, because they're the same ones that are violating my Constitution. Why would the government waste their time on me? Because I know something. I know something that can... I know things that can render their corruption powerless, and they want to silence me because I know it before it gets out of hand. That's why the government would want to waste their time on me. They want to silence me because I know something I'm not supposed to know, according to them. Just like they're trying to do millions of other people, millions of other witnesses. If you want to prove that I haven't gotten this device yet, but I posted many links, that you have chips inside your, like nanochips, nanotechnology inside of you, get a megaphone, watch those videos that I posted in the community post. You can prove it then. I'm going to get me some. Invest and try to invest in making you some EMP pulse grenades. EMP pulse grenades. Do some water therapy. Every now and then, jump inside the take hot as you can stand it soak in the tub. That water acts as a shield. It doesn't shield it 100%, but it acts as a shield against these electromagnetic attacks. Water acts as a shield against it. So soak in the tub. If you can soak in it every day and soak in it, Epsom salt, baking soda. Get these fabrics. It can only do so much, obviously, but still get them. Still get them. And I'll be back. I'm still investigating and investing. Look into those links. I'm investing investing some of my time and finding ways to completely disable this and shut them down for good. And so is other people. I'm not alone on it. Look into targeted justice. I'm not alone. I'll keep giving updates. But if you don't see me at all, if you don't see me within a year, I'm probably dead. It's either I'm dead or I lost access to this account, but that's no excuse because you'll see another account. I'll just make another account. If I lose access to this account, I'll just make another account. But if you don't hear from me at all, I'm probably dead. I'm most likely dead. And they killed me. I've been murdered. I was murdered. Go in peace, brothers and sisters. Shalom.